Kaylee's always been even from the time she was a little girl, she's always been very spiritual. You know, she's a very positive person. Our relationship has really grown way past just a father-daughter situation, but we've bonded through spending time in the outdoors together. We bow hunt together. We fish together.
Actually gonna start right here pretty close to town.
All right.
Been a lot of tarpon in these channels. And often when the tarpon are here, the sharks come in.
Right. It makes sense.
Every fish she's ever caught on a fly, she keeps the fly. And I think that's pretty damn cool because when she looks at it, it's a memory. And it was really fun for me to show her a new thing, chasing the shark. She had never shark fished before and done it that way. Phase one. Once I get the stringer made, and we'll start drifting, I'll let
So what do you butterfly them and?
Basically just fillet them, but leave the fillets attached.
Oh.
Hang them on a stringer, half in, half out of the water. So the scent's high in the water column, so that the fish, as they get close to the boat, they'll get in the smell, 200-300 yards away.
Yeah.
And they'll track it, just like a deer or a dog would track something with their nose, you know?
Right.
And they'll track it. And the closer they get to the boat, the higher in the water column that scent is, because I have it half in, half out of the water.
Right.
As they get within like 100 feet, then they rise. And you can see them.
And you can flip
Then you can flip the fly out there in front of them, and boom. That's the plan.
That's how it's supposed to happen.
That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah.
Ground?
No, trip. It's gonna take off. Yep, that's him.
And he just
Told you you're gonna be hard.
quietly flipped it up.
Yeah, he was stealthy. Not a little one, he's hauling ass.
Just let him go?
Yeah, just let him do his thing.
All right.
I'm gonna try and chase him a little bit, so you're gonna be able to gain here in a minute. Just gain when you can, and remember to guide the line back and forth with your finger. If you feel it getting tight, then let him go,
Uh-huh.
Thing made a hell of a run.
Yeah, I did.
Getting your fly line back now.
Woo, thank God.
He's going left, you pull right. There you go. Pretty big shark, I can see him out there now. Doing good. First shark, huh? On the fly?
First shark on the fly.
Nice lemon. About 120 pounds.
Nice.
I'm gonna grab your leader, but I may let go. Be ready for me to let go.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Go around the tip. Tip real low. Tip real low.
You okay? Sorry, Dad. He goes under the boat, and I'm trying to bring the rod forward to go around the front of the bow, and he just goes under even more, and the butt of the rod goes in the water, and I'm like, there goes the rod, and I'm like, it happened so fast, I had no idea what's going on, and I'm like, oh crap, and I turn around, and my dad's like, oh, and he just slides in.
You know, I leaped down, tried to grab for the rod, The water was dusty. We were in this mullet mud, so the water was off color. I saw it for a brief second and it disappeared in the mud, but I did manage to bump into the rod with my hand, missed it. It just started to get away from me and I kicked forward.
And then all of a sudden I see the rod come out of the water, and I just grab it and start fighting that fish again, and he climbs back up in the boat. Oh my gosh, it was just insane.
Tired?
It was just crazy.
There was a pretty quick reaction required there to hopefully save the rod and the outfit. I really wasn't worried about the rod and the outfit. More importantly, that was her first shark. I wanted her to land that fish. Got lucky, made the dive, got the rod back, and she managed to land the fish. But I could tell right then that pissed her off, that rod got away from her.
Holy crap.
I'm a little wet.
That's all right.
I've always been enamored with sharks. When you think of a shark, especially as a kid, you think of this badass mean fish with big teeth. And if you're not careful, he's gonna come eat your ass. You know, that's the way I always looked at sharks growing up as a kid. So the first time I actually went fishing and saw a shark, I thought it was the coolest fish I'd ever seen.
Hey, caught the fish.
Exactly. That's what matters. Exactly.
Got one coming.
Uh-huh.
Right to the fly right now.
Uh-huh.
Got a nibble. I was just about to say, I think I just saw one. You got tight.
I didn't see it, but I felt a little bump.
Right.
Black tip?
Yeah, how fast he ran.
Uh-huh.
Lemons make a big run, but then they just shake their head. This thing's like real zippy.
Yeah.
That's usually how black tip acts.
I had the drag set pretty tight. I warned her that the drag was set pretty tight, and these are big, powerful fish, especially when they get around the boat. You know, when the fish is out there 100 yards, you have all this line stretch and so forth, the rod's bending. You kind of have a buffer between that power, between you and the fish. When you get them close, all that stretch is gone, and it's pretty much hand-to-hand combat once that leader gets close to the rod tip. And you feel every head shake, you feel every ounce of power that fish has. I used to use a D-hooker that had a long handle, kind of like the little pinchers on the end, and it broke. And we were shark fishing, and I didn't want to leave the flies in the shark's face. Damn sure you're not going to reach in there and grab it with your hand, or a very small pair of pliers. So one day it just came to me to use a carabiner on the end of a rope, run it down the line, and snatch it in the right way. When you're pulling away with the line, you're pulling the opposite direction on the bend of the hook, and basically backing the hook out with that carabiner. Pretty damn good technique.
See you later.
That's badass.
That was awesome. When I was a kid, my dad would see these feathers when he was out fishing, and for some reason, he just decided to bring them home to me, like, hey, I found this and I thought of you. And the same goes for flies. They're all mangled, and the strings are all frayed, and the feathers are all torn up. And some of them don't even have hooks on them anymore. But those hold a little bit more sentimental value to me, just because it's a nice memory to keep. I know that there might be a day that we don't get to do this together anymore. And having those things will be like a piece of us that I'll always have.
Back safe.
Come on.
You got
Yeah!
it. Good job. Seems like a big one too.
Yeah, it feels like a big one.
Good job.
Thanks.
That was fun. We can see that whole deal. You
I know.
Who wants to go? Let him go.
All right. Woo! We're kicking each other's ass.
Yeah, you do short pumps.
Okay.
Nice short pump.
Woo!
Watch the head shakes, and when he surges, you let him go, just like you did. That's perfect.
Okay.
But when he stops, you do little short pumps on it. Even if you can only get 2 cranks.
All right.
We're almost there. Big shark.
He's a good one.
All right.
I'm okay.
There is no quit in her mind. You know, there's no, I don't think I can do that. That doesn't exist. She'll bust her ass to make sure she's able to do it and keep practicing if it's something she's not good at until she gets good at it. From a parent's perspective, it's fun to see a child driven like that. Because you know, down the road, whatever she decides to pursue in life, more than likely she's gonna succeed at it.
You got him?
Like that thing was kicking your ass.
He did?
Well, you know what happened too is we got in a little deeper water.
Oh,
You
so
know,
he's able to
so
go
he's
farther
able to
down.
Get deep. You got to lift him. You know?
Good Lord. Thanks.
Maybe I'll catch one. Give you a break.
Yeah, give me a break.
She was throwing a 12 weight, big fly, in the wind, getting the fly in the right spot. But what I was most proud of was the way she fought the fish. I mean, back to back, she hooked fish over 100 pounds, fought them for 15, 20, 30 minutes, and got them boat side for a release all by herself. No hand from Dad.
I was raised being told, hey, if you put the work in, you'll get there. And push yourself. Don't take no for an answer. And that even goes for being able to physically do something. That also goes for something I emotionally care about. You know, both of my parents said, if there's something that you truly feel passionate about, don't take no for an answer.
These are big, powerful fish. You don't just wind them in. It's a long chase. You gotta get all this line back. You're pulling, you're taking a lot of drag. I could just see it. She was hurting up there, pulling on that shark, but she was damn sure not gonna give up. And I love that true grit about her.
If you haven't already, go to my website, theseahuntertv.com.
You can watch past episodes, shop apparel, book a fishing charter with the Seahunter Fishing Group, and watch some behind the scenes. One of the techniques developed here, and I say developed here being in the Florida Keys, because I've never been anywhere else until recent times that they've done this. And I think it's a bleed over from watching some of the light tackle guys in Key West and throughout the Keys that kind of invented this bait and switch technique to fish for sharks, especially fly fish for sharks. A shark, if you're just pulling on a flat, is not an easy game fish to feed a fly to. You know, it has no smell, it has no sound, and sharks rely on two of those to key on eating. So you have to get the shark fired up. And one of the ways we do that is by catching, you know, a bait fish of some type or a fish that tends to be oily and bloody. Bluefish work, mackerel work. We use Jack Crevalle's, ladyfish. One of the best, and it seems to really get the sharks fired up, are barracudas.
Need help
You
there?
come grab the pole.
Oh!
Why don't you catch that one?
All right.
Comes on hot. See the difference in a spinner? You might want to crank up. Go that way. Neutral. See how much more darty they are than the lemons and stuff? And that's not a real big shark, but he's a badass shark. He may take off, so be aware. Like that. Good job. Wait till he's up on the surface, just kind of docile, like that. Might be in the cartilage. So you're trying to reverse the hook? Like that. It's a little technique, you know, it's kind of a jerk here and then a snatch away with the unhooking part. Good job.
You too.
Your sharks were a lot bigger than mine. The sharks don't always participate the way they did. You know, sometimes they come in a little lethargic, sometimes they're hard to find, sometimes they just don't come in hot enough to eat the fly. I was really happy that she got to get a taste of what she's heard about when I go fishing with clients about shark fishing throughout all the years. She got to actually experience it for herself. I see, and I've always seen, but I even see it more the older she gets, similarities in our personality, similarities in the way we attack something, in the way that we enter a journey. You know, whether it's a day of hunting or whether it's a relationship with a friend or an argument with an enemy, you know? She has a very, very similar personality to mine, and it's, anyone who has a child can relate to this. You always want your kid to have your best traits and not have the ones that you maybe not be so proud of. Whether it's just she's an amazing person or what have you, she has the best traits of my wife and I, a little of both, that got passed along, and those are the ones she holds on to, and it's pretty neat to see that.